follow-up, and they say, I have a problem, I'll say, I'll get back to you, you know. If 200 people show up, like when I'm gonna fire a coach, stop the meeting. So numbers are important. And I gotta tell you, parents, you know, all of us support the thing, the opt-out movement. But parents were the ones that pushed this thing. They led this initiative. And the numbers this past year were dramatically different than the year before. And it is being noticed. It doesn't seem like it, especially when it looks like, you know, there's no self-awareness on the part of a lot of people in government. They kind of don't pay attention to anybody but themselves. That's because they're not married to my wife. But, or they didn't grow up in families where people held you accountable. You know, you can't fix that. But I have to tell you, if you present yourself at a Board of Ed meeting or any place else, and there's a group of 50, 100 residents sitting out there, everybody's going to listen. Because that's local government. That's the first level of local government, is your Board of Education. And they can be easily unelected. Okay, they don't have the insulation, and it's not that kind of a deal. They're not spending millions of dollars on political campaigns. They're the most responsive form of local government. Is that. And I've seen it work over and over again.
So we have to get the numbers up.
You have to get the numbers.
People locally.
Yeah. Everybody's going to feel the pinch eventually. Because the way this thing is designed for massive numbers of students to fail. Teachers, if you believe that you can control the results of that test by what you're doing in the classroom, you have the Empire Plan. They have a great mental health option. Go, yeah, give me card. Okay? You're not in control of it. So teach what's important.
Right.
Teach what's important. You believe is important. I had an algebra. It's true. I have an algebra teacher. I've known him for 20 years. He's a great teacher, math teacher. And he usually teaches like calculus and like Martian math. But last year he had kids, just a look at the drawer, and he had a bunch of kids from Townsville. And it was a mixed class. They weren't handpicked or anything like that, because, you know, that's where the schedule fell. So we got back the results on the Regents, and 55% of the kids passed. Except for his section, 95% of the kids passed. That's what you do. Because I threw out a lot of the stuff I didn't think was important. I told what I thought was. How about that for a strategy? We trust you with children. We trust you to close the door alone with children. I believe we can trust you to pick the things that are important in your subject area and teach them. Okay? Because you have no better or worse chance influencing the result of the test doing that. My grandmother used to say, you can't make anybody else happy, make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. Teach what's important. Then you can walk out of the room and feel good about what you've done. Because there's nothing that's going to stop an avalanche, believe it or not. I believe this avalanche is going to be stopped, though, because the parents... There was also a sign during the Vietnam War that said, what if you threw a war and nobody showed up? What if you gave a test and nobody showed up? No war, no test. That's what's going to stop it. Don't be scared. Or be scared all the time, okay? That's the option. Teach what you believe is important. You love what you're doing. Don't let anybody kill that. Don't let them take it away from you. You know, it's a great book. I'm going to recommend one book, and it's by a guy named Albert Ellis. Albert Ellis was the founder of the Cognitive Behavioral School of Psychology. Okay? Change your beliefs, change your behavior, change your behavior, change your beliefs. But he wrote a wonderful book that I've read about 3 times now. The title of the book is How to Stubbornly Refuse to Make Yourself Miserable About Anything. And he talks in the book about people who were in horrible, horrible situations. He talks about people who were in the death camps during World War II. And he said, and some of them came out whole because they refused to let the evil get to them. They could break their bodies, but they can never break them. And that's what we have to do. Because we're gonna be here after this is over, believe me. This too shall pass. But in the meantime, when you're getting hammered, you have a choice. Be miserable, or love what you're doing and protect your kids.
Last question over here.